think that's honestly gonna be a vlog for me. Chicago Tribune Company, orange cream Nola Shakerado.
21 in mushroom years.
This is probably as full of a day as I can get in with vlogging.
Feels like I'm looking with the planets, like I'm a million miles away. I'm sky high, no lie, it's a kinetic kind of vibe. It makes me feel some type of way. Picture perfect supersonic kind of life.
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. Today we're going to talk about how real life makes you a better storyteller, especially when it comes to creating and vlogging. Here I am in the office where I'm about 3 days a week. Nothing really special happens outside of being on the computer, right? I'm working on ad campaigns, I'm working on different advertising projects for my client, which means that I'm building decks, I'm messaging my team, checking emails, kind of doing your run-of-the-mill things on the computer, which makes up a desk job. But I'm able to make these quick cuts and kind of show you different angles of what I do. Hopefully it keeps it interesting and keeps the story moving along. But this is real life. Here I'm watching Isaac, kind of like a podcast in the background while I work as well too. So we'll go into my day. What's up, guys? I am trying to find a room. And it is so hard now because they've changed things around in the office. And there's no rooms. Like, even by where I sit, it's just crazy. I don't know how more rooms have been taken. So I found this cool little one. It's got this little banana, nice little practical light right there, a giraffe, and a bunch of magazine covers. I guess that's your typical ad agency phone room. But I have a client call in a few minutes, in like 5 minutes, I think. But I'm going to hop on here. I've got my laptop. I've got my little moleskin. Got the Celsius. You know, we had to do that. Kind of matches the room too. Perfect setting. And I'm watching Russ right now as I am getting ready to get on this client meeting, which I need to be on right now. So before I get on camera, I'm gonna pop this open. All right, so we're back on the street, back to the narration. Here, I'm just gonna show you what it means to kind of build the world a little bit. So I leave the office, which I was in the first scene where you saw the quick cuts. Now I'm just cutting between me having kind of this forward movement through the city. I'll be turning the camera to different sites and scenes that I find interesting, looking for different framing opportunities as well to kind of just show you the beauty that is the city, the beauty of the world that I'm exploring, and show you something a little bit different. In a second, you're going to see this couple that I accidentally recorded making out in the stair steps. That would have been beautiful for a photo shoot. Here, I'm kind of now putting the camera down with a magnet, getting in some contemplation shots. I'm not too much of a big fan of it, but I think this is good to kind of show you what it means to have framing in videos. And here I'm working with leading lines, so it's not so much what I'm doing in the shot, but getting the railings to kind of show the leading line to where I am. And then here's a little bit more of the city, some more architecture to show you these new areas I'm exploring. Here I'll show you what it means to kind of have this movement and have a quick cut to keep continuity as I continue moving. So it shows that it's still one fluid scene happening rather than hard cutting to a new one. And then I kind of do that here where I hard cut to another kind of contemplation shot, get me full frame, get some framing in the background, beautiful colors, the river, the architecture. Here I'm introducing color. I'm introducing like the things happening in the neighborhood, the yerba truck, the movement of the cars, more of the city, architecture and depth in the background. And here we go. So right now we are heading over to Pioneer Square. I'm gonna check out some of the coffee at Blue Bottle. So we're taking a little field trip right now. Getting that midday walk in. Calves are still hurting. walking loud and proud through Chicago, wearing my flag on my chest. And it's a beautiful day. I mean, the sun is shining down, the buildings look beautiful, they're clear. I mean, look at this. Sometimes you just gotta know when to walk. Look at that walk sign. So we're here. This is where they do some of the architectural tours. So you'll see these little huts over here. They've got boat rides, tickets for the architecture tour. And I mean, if you haven't taken the tour yet, it is beautiful. Beautiful way to see the city. Beautiful way to just learn a little bit more history about Chicago. I think that's honestly gonna be a vlog for me. So right here, look at this. I mean, that is some beautiful architecture all over. The NBC building is over there. Shout out to Peacock. Got all my favorite shows. Chicago Tribune Company. We're out here, man. I know the headlines are saying some crazy things, and we can't let that affect the way we enjoy the city, the way I enjoy the city. I'll admit I was a little scared to start commuting downtown in general, just because it was very new for me. But now I'm starting to get out little by little. I'm a suburban kid. I've always grown up in the suburbs, and I'm not used to, big cities. I've grown up maybe 25 minutes away from Chicago. From where I live, you can see the skyscrapers. You can see the Willis Tower. Why am I calling it that? It's a Sears Tower. And look at, I've been to countries where the chickens just walk around like this. I've been to Cayman Island and El Salvador. And over here, we have pigeons. We don't eat them though. You do not want to eat them. Those are rats with wings. Look at, they got tacos and burritos over there. I can't. As much as I want to stop for some tacos and burritos, I cannot do that. They've got the Museum of Ice Cream. It's pretty cool. I've never been there. I should actually do a little tour there too. All right, we're gonna go into Blue Bottle right now and grab some coffee. But like I said, I'm wearing my Puerto Rico. This is a Bad Bunny stitched crew neck I found on TikTok Shop. Wearing it loud and proud. So clean and aesthetic in here. Like these mugs, made in Japan, very minimalist. I might have to cop me one of those. Those are nice. Alright, let's see what we're gonna get for coffee. So it looks like they have New Orleans style of coffee here. They've got an iced Nola, orange cream Nola, Nola Shakerado, Nola Coke Foam, and a Nola Float. I wonder what I'm gonna get. How you doing? Can you tell me a little bit about what the difference is with the New Orleans style?
Yeah, so the first one is going to be our iced Nola. It's basically a cold brew with milk and sugar. The second one is going to be basically the same thing. We just add an orange cream syrup to it. The Nola Shakerado, it all has the same base coffee ratio. That one comes shaken over ice with a chicory vanilla syrup, so it's definitely the sweetest one on the bunch. The Nola Cold Foam is basically just a normal iced Nola, but we put in less milk because we top it off with like a soft syrup-esque style.
Okay.
Float. And then the normal float is basically like instead of ice, it's just ice cream.
Okay. For a first timer with that kind of coffee, which one would you recommend? Maybe something not crazy sweet, but
Definitely the regular ice Nola.
okay, let's do that.
Here's that ice Nola for you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, we got an iced Nola. So apparently, it's just like a chicory type of flavor. So nothing crazy, but it's supposed to have like a little vanilla chicory type of thing. I don't know, we'll see. Before I put my lid on, we're gonna try this. This is the iced original. It's New Orleans style or Nolines. Anybody from Louisiana, correct me on that. But Nola style coffee. First sip thoughts. It's actually really smooth. It's not crazy sweet because she did say that there were some options where they had like orange cream or some more like chicory vanilla flavored syrup. Honestly, I can sense like a little bit of a flavor profile. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not like an aficionado. But this coffee is fresh. It's not like leaving this nasty aftertaste as some coffee does. So whatever the coffee base is definitely fresh, definitely good. The cream is not overdone. You can kind of see that. And poured over ice is actually really refreshing. So I like it. I like it. If I ever make my way back to Blue Bottle, I'll be definitely trying out more of the options they have for this. Blue Bottle. I know Chris Wickless knows about what I'm talking about, most likely. I know he likes Blue Bottle, right? I think. Sorry, Big Shoulders. Lou, I'm coming back soon, buddy. I was gonna go over there today, but I'm like, I need to go somewhere where the sun's out a little bit more and shining. So I'm gonna pop this lid on. We're gonna check our schedule because this is technically lunchtime. I think I'm about 30 minutes into it. Sometimes you need to just get out. So we're gonna start heading back. But yeah, I'm out here. I got this on TikTok Shop. This is a Bad Bunny inspired sweater, the little film camera, the coqui, these little chairs. I grew up with my grandma, literally, and grandpa having these chairs. So if you know, you know. And then the Puerto Rican flag. And then we've got the sun and the beach and the ocean there, the dominoes. And then we've got another little coqui right here. So I know my mom is gonna be jealous of this sweater. I should have gotten her one, but I just want to see how it came out because this is all stitched on there, and I feel like it's nice on the black. It's nice and clean. So let me know what you guys think. But you know, as these things are happening, you know, to like this, like history. Here, let me just say this. I know I got a lot of brothers and sisters on here who what I might be struggling and going through just as somebody who is adjacent to what's happening, right? I am a US born citizen. I am Puerto Rican. I am privileged in a lot of ways, and I understand that even though I am brown and I look different, this is nothing new. The things going on and how I'm feeling is nothing new to a lot of people here. I know Russ talked about this in his vlog about being Japanese and literally having no roots really planted in Japanese culture. And I feel that. On my side. And I know that I have a lot of black friends, and I know what they have to go through every single day in general, and it sucks. I was walking with my friend from Rwanda, my best friend LJ, who was in one of my vlogs, my best friend, and we were walking in one of the neighborhoods in Chicago. And I don't look at LJ as anything other than just being my friend. So we were walking past, and somebody on the street was like talking to their friends, and then they said the N-word, and it didn't, and none of us reacted in the moment. We just kept walking by, but like it clocked to me maybe like a block or two down that like, oh my God, like I'm with LJ, and I don't know if he felt offended by that. And I didn't know if it was okay to ask, like, but like all of us deal with some kind of, I hate even using this word, but we deal with racism. We deal with these things every single day. And I think I've been one of those people who've just been like out of sight, out of mind. If it doesn't affect me, I'm just keeping my head down, because it just sucks. And it sucks that we all have to deal with these things. And I'm just looking at everybody, and the more people that I get to know vlogging, the more people that I see every day, I'm like, we all have something we're going through, and it sucks. So I want to be proud of where I come from. I want to be proud of the people who are like me, and I want to continue to live this life with no regrets, and just continue to love on people and encourage people. And yes, do I have a little bit more privilege than most people who look like me? Probably. And not even probably, yes. And I have to be aware of that, because I know what it is to grow up in a school of all white people and be the only brown one in a class, and hear people call me a tropical Mexican. Like, I'm sharing with you guys things that I've been told to myself that I just kind of like brush off, because it's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? Like, I just have to survive. And that's what sucks about it, is that some of us in those positions, probably most of us, feel like we're just trying to survive. So this is not to say that I've got anything against anyone. My wife is Caucasian. I have family who's Caucasian. I have family who's black. I have family who are Asian. I have family who are all different colors, right? I think there's like a acronym about it, of like appearing white while Latino or something like that. I don't know, but I've got a lot of different colors and shapes and sizes and everything, and I guess that's why I've never really thought differently about it or thought, outwardly or spoke outwardly about it. So, and I'm not saying that I am now, or I'm becoming an activist or anything overnight, but I'm just saying that I just want to be proud of where I come from, and I want to love and encourage and just get to know where other people come from too. So I love you guys. I'm out here at Pioneer Square in the city of Chicago, and I'm trying to enjoy just a beautiful, peaceful day in the midst of everything that might be going on out there. So I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm gonna enjoy this Blue Bottle coffee, and we're gonna get back to the office. There's a Halloween costume party later, so I might check that out, get some clips of it. But that's all I really wanted to say. Just kind of get on here and show you guys a little bit more of the city as I explore it too. So we'll see you soon.
So now you guys are getting a gist of kind of how I build this world out, with all the camera angles, the transitions, the continuity, and then bringing in a message that really is important to me and means a lot in the moment. Even though this is unscripted, I want to try to bring you the real and raw feelings that I deal with every day.
What I'm really surprised about is I brought my JJC clamp, or mount with the clamp, and I'm very surprised at like how much, like, these poles are not metal, and that breaks my heart, because I really wanted to come out here and just put the mount up wherever it would go. Let's see if this is metal. These are not metal, and it's sad because these are really cool little angles to get. So also, the Riverwalk is beautiful. Sorry, you have to look at me.
Another quick tip right here is to make sure you turn the camera away from you when you are building this world. You owe it to the viewer and everybody watching to show them what you're seeing as well too. This is where I talk about the new Nano next and how that could be helpful.
Okay, you got to look at me again. So this is where I would say would be such a great opportunity or great use case to use the DJI Nano or the 360, to be honest. But in my mind, I would probably want the Nano a little bit more, because then I can go through here without trying to like fiddle with zooms or anything like that. I probably could do it all in post. So Chris or anybody with the Nano, is that possible? Here's a cool little speedboat, the Sea-Doo. So we're gonna pop upstairs, but like this exactly is the use case where I feel like a Nano would be perfect. Just getting out here, clipping it on, being able to pull it off when I want to, put it back on when I'm walking. You know, I do love my Action 5, but I can see where this would be a better situation for the Nano. And because it's the city, even a 360 camera. So I really, I don't know, that Action 6 is coming out. And, you know, I've been doing little side gigs for photography. So, and maybe I can do a couple mini sessions and try to fund my new camera. I think the best thing about being down here too is there's so much happening, there's so much life going on, so much movement. I've talked about it before where there were a ton of, there's just a lot of sensory overload, but today feels good. I think you gotta like manage and get ahead of it. So that's the only thing, but we're trying to cross this busy street right now and get back to the office because we do still have some work, and we've got that little Halloween party I want to get some content of too before we head home. All right, we'll see you up there.
Now we're at the costume party I talked about earlier, paying off on the promise to you guys that you will see something different in my day other than me walking or just being at my desk. This makes it more exciting to stick around.
My vlog. Hi. How old are you? I am 21 in mushroom years. I don't believe them.
So now that I paid off on the promise, I'm going to build the world of this costume party. Because of copyright issues, this is where you can do a voiceover, where you can put other music. People are coming up, showing off their costumes, and you can just talk about those things as well too, even in a confined space, making the world feel a little bit more bigger. So I'll cut to some really interesting costumes here in a second. So, like I said, perfect example there. Popular artist, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. You know, you want to cut up the music enough so that maybe the algorithm or anything doesn't recognize it. So as more and more partygoers and people with costumes come up here, I'm just going to chat about setting the scene a little bit more. Here in a second, you're going to see a character we talked to before, and it's always good to kind of have a fallback, right? And you'll see here in a second, right here, Mr. Mushroom. You know, it's always good because then you see somebody you've already seen before, you trust them in a way, and that's a way to kind of continue to build continuity in your scenes. All right. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this, learning from some of the tips that I have to share about building the world around you and using your real life to become a better storyteller. Some of these tips can apply to you, some of them probably won't, but don't be afraid to use them in your next videos and really show another unique side to yourself.
Cookie number 2. Ooh. Don't you back up, boy. Don't you back up. 'Cause I'm still driving right now. Don't you back up. 'Cause I'm driving through. If you back up, you might hit me and you. Don't you back up. I'm driving through this parking garage right now. And people are antsy to get out. So, round and round. And I sing my little song every time I go. Is don't you back up. Don't you back up, boy. Don't you back up. 'Cause I'm driving through. Don't you back up. Don't you back up. 'Cause you might just hit me and you. My goodness, what a week it's been, man. I'm telling you. I think whenever I go to the office 3 days a week, it is crazy. And I know I sound crazy saying that because most of us who work office jobs or have to go somewhere for work go 5 days a week or even more than that. I've had jobs where I've had to go in 6 days a week. And granted, I only commuted like 7 minutes away. So I give a lot of props to the people who have done this, who are doing 5 days a week now, more than 3. My mom, who did this for like years, getting on the train, going downtown, walking, all that. Like, man, I have just a little glimpse and taste of it, and it is hard to get used to. But I just want to say thank you guys for coming along with me today. This is probably as full of a day as I can get in with vlogging when I go to the office. I'm going to try to do a little bit more here and there when I can. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, like, having a regular day at the office isn't glamorous. I don't think it's glamorous unless you're doing something you absolutely are like in love with or excited for. I had a good time. And we are home now. We still got a lot to do. I've got a couple vlogs to edit up. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hit ya. That's what happens when you have a 2-car garage and not a 2.5. Problems, right?